What is up, guys? We are back with another video, and today we are checking out this graphics card right here, which is of course NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 3070. So let's go ahead and take a look. So coming down to specifications, this card has 5,888 CUDA cores, 184 Tensor cores, 46 RT cores, and 8 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. This is the reference edition or founder's edition of the card, so it has a base clock of 1500 megahertz and it will boost up to 1725 megahertz. As I said, this is the founder's edition of the card, and this is actually the first time that I've had a chance to review a founder's edition. I was never sold on reference or founder's edition cards, never bought one, but I actually have to say this is a very solid product. It has that sort of like quality feel. When you open the box, it feels like you're opening a quality product. I'm an iPhone user, so I kind of like the unboxing experience is much like an iPhone, I would say. It feels very solid. NVIDIA has done a great job. I actually, when we first saw the leaks of this design, I was like, this is dumb. But seeing it in person, the card is absolutely beautiful. The lines, I love the lines. I love the curves, so you don't have any straight edges, it's all curves. It is a really good looking card. The card itself is actually quite small. I was actually surprised at how small it is. For those wondering, it's only 242 millimeters long. That makes it actually even shorter than the RTX 2070 Founders Edition. This is gonna be great. A lot of mini ITX systems will only fit up to 300 millimeters, so having a Founders Edition in this small size is great. Unlike the RTX 3080 and 3090, which have fans on opposite sides of the card, you have both of your fans here on the same side of the card. So you have your two cooling fans, and the one right here towards, I would say the front of the card, it actually is just over a heatsink. So there's no PCB right here, which we'll show you once we go ahead and flip the card over. On the main side of the card, that's actually gonna show out if you have a window in your system. Really don't see all that much. We do have a GeForce RTX logo here, and this does not light up. So this card has no lights on it whatsoever. The RTX 3080 and 3090 do. And then we have our 12-pin connector here. This is NVIDIA exclusive only, so no aftermarket cards will have this 12-pin. Now this 12-pin is actually capable of 300 watts, and they do include this adapter. The adapter only goes to a single 8-pin, so you're only gonna get 150 watts in here on the 3070. I do like it that this 12-pin can take the place of basically two big 8-pins. I don't like its placement because when you install this adapter, it's straight out like that. I'm not the biggest fan of that. It just makes wiring a little bit odd. Again, the PCB kind of ends right there, so that's where they had to put it, but it would have been nice to kind of have it somewhere else where we could have a little bit better cable management. As we move along to the back of the card, we have a full cover metal backplate, and it just looks awesome. I actually like how small the rivets are. You can't really see them all that much. It really just feels like a high quality product. We have, it says RTX 3070 right here. And then towards the end here, we have this opening. And as I said, we have our fan on the other side. So this is gonna go ahead and blow air through this opening on the back of the card. When it comes to connections, of course, we have the standard, which is 3 DisplayPort and a single HDMI. You can also see that the card itself is 2-slot, so it's not like 2.2 slot, 2.5 slot. It is a 2-slot card, which again is gonna make it easy to fit in smaller cases, especially like ITX cases that only offer 2-slot. Now it's time to move on to testing. So here are the specs of our test system. When it's all said and done, there really isn't much to not like about the RTX 3070. I mean, if you think about it, you're getting the same performance of an RTX 2080 Ti that was selling for $1,200 not that long ago. You just on that alone, you really can't complain about this card whatsoever. As I said, this is the card that I was most excited about when NVIDIA, first officially announced the RTX 30 series, just for the fact that I know it's gonna get in the hands of a lot of gamers, and for $500, you really can't go wrong whatsoever. It is going to be the 1440p card. So in all of our testing, at 1440p, it's over 60 FPS, most of the time in the higher FPS range, around 100 FPS. So this is the ideal 1440p card. If you're on 1080p, this is going to be a high frame rate card. So, you can push like 100, 144 hertz displays quite easily with this card as well. So it's like, again, as far as performance, it's basically a 2080 Ti in a much smaller version and a much more affordable version, which I think is just so awesome right there. If we compare to the previous generation, it's about 30% faster than a 2070 Super and about 40% faster than an RX 5700 XT. So really great performance. I mean, you just can't complain about getting something, getting the same performance of something that was $1,200 not that long ago. So on performance alone, this is just an excellent card. I can't talk about it enough. And it's gonna enable people to build really great gaming PCs for much lower cost, which I absolutely love. Now, we did, of course, we have here the Founders Edition, and I was actually really impressed. As I said, this is the first time that I've had a chance to actually like play with a Founders Edition and have it for a while. It feels like such a really solid product, and it feels just really good. And when you pick it up, it feels solid. And I love the lines, like the curves on it. It's really well built. It feels like such a quality product. And for the longest time, like Reference and Founders, I'm just like, whatever. You don't get the factory overclocks. You don't get the custom cooling solution, but the cooling solution on this is very good. And the card just looks beautiful when installed in your system. So if you're on the fence about a Founders Edition, I would definitely recommend it. It is really, really good. And it, like I said, it feels a lot higher quality than a lot of aftermarket cards that I've reviewed over the past few years. So just keep that in mind if you want to go with the Founders Edition. The only issue that I have with it is this 12th pin. While I do like the 12th pin, which we talked about, it just sits in the middle of the card. And when you install this adapter, you kind of run into a little bit of an issue, just how to route it. It's just a little bit more messy. I think they could have done at least put it on the end or something. They could have done something different with the 12 pin. So, but beyond that, the Founders Edition is excellent. This one doesn't have any lighting. Some people might like that, some people might not. But again, for 500 bucks, you can't go wrong when it comes to performance. Now, of course, since we're reviewing this card after it comes out, we have an idea of what availability is like, and there is no availability. You can't get this card anywhere. I actually tried to buy this card on day one from bestbuy.com. Couldn't do it, couldn't buy it on Amazon, couldn't buy it on Newegg, couldn't buy it anywhere. And you still can't buy it anywhere. We're actually borrowing this card from our friends over at PCTestbench.com. Check them out. That's the only way we were able to even get one of these. So the availability sucks, and that's the worst thing about all these new launches is that you can't find these cards, and it's like heartbreaking to a lot of friends. A lot of my friends are trying to build new PCs right now. A lot of people are off for the holidays or want to, they're gearing up for Cyberpunk and they want a new system. And this would be an excellent card for so many people, but you just can't buy it. And with, scalpers and people selling these for crazy prices on eBay, I just hate it. So that's something to think about. If you can find it at its retail price, pick it up for sure, because it is an excellent card. Now, that is basically it, guys. There's nothing wrong with this card. It's excellent. I'm sold on the Founders Edition. Feels like a quality product. It's just the availability, and this 12-pin adapter I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it doesn't obviously kill. I'm still gonna tell you to buy this card for sure. So again, guys, If you have any questions about the RTX 3070, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. Also leave a comment and let me know if you're actually able to find one of these because they are very hard to find. Now, if you did enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up. And if you enjoy our tech content, go ahead and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video.